Alright, so it's been about a week since season 7 came to a close. So, with that all being said, there's going to be some spoilers in this review. So, if you're not caught up on Game of Thrones, you have been warned. You do not want to watch this video. But yeah, so when the season starts, we're basically, or at least I was led to believe that it was gonna be about a battle of the queens. Like, yeah, I mean, this is gonna be the battle for the Iron Throne. I thought that's what this season was gonna be, as we slowly see the Night King and his army come towards us and or come towards our characters, and then it will become more catastrophic. Which that is true, that does happen, but the whole thing about I mean, the whole thing with the Battle of the Iron Throne that quickly gets derailed when Jon Snow steps in, and he goes and him and Daenerys Targaryen finally meet, and he is there to get the dragon glass, and he tells her that the army of dead is coming, and she doesn't. She's quite apprehensive on that at first. I mean, she's more focused on you know, basically dethroning Cersei Lannister. And yeah, I mean, like when she sees for herself that this is the real deal, then that knocks her right off her high horse, and it is it's crazy. But right away, like when those two meet, that's like one of the most highly anticipated meetups, like in Game of Thrones history. It's like there is tension there, but quickly you see that these two have chemistry. I mean, like from episode to episode to episode, almost through the whole season, you can see that these two really like each other, and characters are calling them out on that. Like, where I see the way you look at him, I noticed the way you're looking at her. So I mean, the signs are obviously there, and Jorah, who is miraculously cured by Sam from his little stone disease or whatever. I mean, he sees that and he's just like, oh crap. I had no chance whatsoever. So yeah, this is the first time I think Daenerys has really felt this way. This felt this strongly about somebody else since Khal Drogo. So that's pretty interesting. And like, coming to think about it, when you really do think about it, if it hadn't been for Daenerys' brother, like Viserys, um, she wouldn't be where she is now. She would still be the the fragile, vulnerable girl that she was in season one, like, or at least in the first half of season one. Like, wow, she has come a long way. She has come a long way, and yeah, and then a lot of good things happen, like where characters that who have never crossed paths before, like they cross paths. Jamie sees a dragon for the first time, and they come in, like where the remaining dragons come in King's Landing for the first time. Cersei and Daenerys finally meet, but on different terms, like where they need allies. They're desperate, like to fight the army of the dead, and that caused like Daenerys to like hurt one of her dragons. And that was the theory that I was under the belief of. I mean, I didn't come up with that theory, but it was presented to me, and ever since I'm like, I really am starting to strongly believe that that's gonna happen, and that's what happened. I mean, like she lost one of her dragons, when she went to go and save Jon, and the very few of the men that went with him to basically fight the dead. Dude, you just cost Daenerys one of her dragons, and she doesn't blame me for it. She's not. I mean, like, she's heartbroken that she lost one of her children, but she is glad that she saw for herself that the dead is the real deal, and now she is focusing on taking down the Night King and his army. I mean, after that episode where the Night King took one of Daenerys' dragons, I heard that there would be an ice dragon guarding the wall. Like, if that were true, don't you think it would be fighting off the white dragon I mean, it doesn't make sense for an ice dragon to be at the wall at this point when you see that the wall is down and the army's coming through. Don't you think the ice dragon would have prevented all of that, or at least tried to? I mean, yeah, I mean, the concept of an ice dragon sounds really cool, but I don't think we're going to see one. I think they may make us wait until the spin-off shows for that, because in this current show, there hasn't been a dragon in so long, and Daenerys' dragons are the first dragons, like since that, after that long period of, I guess, where they seem to be extinct, and then these three dragons came along, and yeah, and there's this other theory that the Night King had a dragon of his own. I mean, like, I didn't even think of that. I thought automatically, these are the only three dragons that exist, and he's gonna take one of them, and that's what happened. So, and then the remaining Stark kids reunite, and that's really awesome, given that they all have been through like some crazy shit. Like prior to this, it's not as emotional as you would want it to be. I mean, it would have been if it hadn't been for their solo journeys, but yeah, it's not as good as when Jon and Sansa reunite. I mean, that was probably like the best reunion, like out of those. Like when it comes to Sansa and Jon Snow reuniting, and Sansa reuniting with Arya, reuniting with Bran. But I still love that they all are, all three of them finally reunite. I am glad that finally happened. And then Littlefinger tries to get the sisters to be at each other's throats, and then Arya had me for a second there, that is she really willing to kill Sansa because she feels betrayed by by their father's death, but they at my surprise, and definitely at Littlefinger's surprise there, and they basically punish him for his crimes, and they execute him on the spot, and that was beautiful. Yes. And oh man, and just when we didn't think we knew enough about Jon Snow, we just know that he is not Ned Stark's son, and he's not his bastard. We just know that he is the son of his sister and Rhaegar Targaryen, and that's all we knew. But I thought that was it. But we find out more about him, that he's not a bastard at all. Rhaegar and Ned's sister had a secret ceremony, and Lily stumbled across that, and then Sam, now knows that, and yeah, so he is the true heir of the Iron Throne, and he is Aegon Targaryen or Aegon Targaryen. I think it's Aegon Targaryen. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what his birth name is, and we find that out as him and Daenerys are going at it, as they're making love. I thought they were gonna make us wait for that too next season, but no. I mean, a lot of fans were really happy about that. They were rooting for these two characters to be together, and they do have beautiful chemistry, even though they are nephew and aunt. Yeah, but I mean. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you people who are rooting for these two to get together are the same people, I may add, that, you wanted to vomit, like when you saw that Cersei and Jaime were, basically having sex. Yeah. And to where you find out that Jaime is the father of Cersei's children. So, yeah. I mean, how does that make you feel? I mean, don't you just feel weird about yourself now? Like, you're like, oh, ooh, incest, ugh. Why would I ever want, that to happen on the show? And then it finally happens, and you're happy about it. How did we get here? And, I mean, yeah, and then I don't know about you guys, but I have watched, at least that ending to the season finale about 30 times. At least 30 times. I mean, not where Jon and Daenerys. I'm talking about when the Night King is riding his white dragon, and and then the wall is torn down. Like, that was such an awesome sequence, even though we're like supposed to be really scared now because our characters are fucked at this point. Like, what? Oh no, the wall's down. Or at least a good chunk of the wall is down, enough for the army to come walking through. Like, wow. Like, and then you see in King's Landing it's starting to snow after Jaime, leaves Cersei finally. And for a second I thought she was gonna kill him. For a split second I thought she was gonna kill him. And for a split second I thought she was going to basically help our characters fight the dead. But she's Cersei, so that is a very slim chance. And yeah, she is basically toying with their desperation. And she showed that to Jaime, went behind, Jaime's back and planted something, and then told him later, later on after that. And that puts them at odds, and yeah. And there's that theory that Jaime may kill Cersei. At first, I'm like, why? I don't see that happening. I don't. But now, I really see that happening. I mean, I can see she is like the Mad Queen, and he'll earn the name the Queen Slayer. I can see it happening now. I mean, a lot of people are expecting or suspecting Tyrion to basically kill her. I mean, I know I was expecting that too. But Jaime, I think he has stronger potential there. He really sees that she is a crazy bitch, and Olenna said that he was gonna see that before she was killed, and he made sure it was quick and painless. And we see that she killed Joffrey, like she was the one who orchestrated that. So, I mean, I kind of suspected that too. But yeah, I mean, but that all being said, season 7 was at a good pace, and it was no filler. It was right to the point, and characters were going from A to B, and there was a lot of things that we haven't seen, in previous seasons. They happen here. It's like, wow, these characters see a dragon for the first time, and Daenerys sees the army of the dead for the first time. I mean, it was all awesome. And with that all being said, this gets 5 solid chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid epic chair spins. So yeah, I cannot wait for season 8, and however long HBO needs to get it right. Hey, I mean, take all the time you need. Hopefully they don't need a whole year to do that. But since they're going to be 6 episodes, I'm hearing that they're going to be movie-length episodes. If that's going to be all the final season, yeah, they're probably going to need a whole year to get that done, and to make sure the special effects are right, and etc., etc. So we shall reward them with patience, and then they will reward us with an epic send-off. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think they deserve at least that. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review on this season, make sure you thumb up the video, click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and man, it's really gonna come to an end, like when the final season starts. Like, holy shit. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.